Russian soldiers seized the village of Toshkivka in the Severodonetsk district. They have deployed a large amount of equipment and personnel in this area. They also keep attempting to seize the Lysychansk-Bakhmut highway. The enemy is held back near Lysychansk despite heavy shelling.
They will not pass through the Luhansk region. As of today, the Luhansk region is like a pain in the neck for them, because it is such an outpost, such a fortress which chains a huge number of Russian troops. And politically, the Russians cannot do what they said a long time ago, to have the so-called LPR on the borders of the Luhansk region.
15 people were killed, 16 were wounded. These are the terrible consequences of yesterday's Russian shelling of the Kharkiv region. The enemy shelled the Chuhuiv territorial community. According to preliminary data, there are 6 killed and 4 wounded. Local residents are still noticing the shelling.
As a result of enemy shelling, an 8-year-old girl was killed in the village of Bezruki and her mother was hospitalized with wounds. In total, according to the national police, 43 children were killed, 130 were wounded, and 860 adults were killed in the city of Kharkiv and the region since the beginning of the Russian aggression.
Due to Russian artillery shelling, a number of fires broke out in the industrial district of Kharkiv. The largest was in a warehouse facility. As a result of shelling, 4 people were killed and another 10 were wounded. The enemy is conducting aerial reconnaissance in the Kharkiv direction to identify the locations of Ukrainian forces. They are firing both military positions and civilian infrastructure using artillery. The Russian occupiers are attempting to resume an offensive on Slavyansk. The redeployment of Russian troops in the Bakhmut direction is underway.
The Russian aggressor continues to block civilian navigation. 6 carriers of sea-launched Caliber cruise missiles are in readiness to fire in the Black Sea. Ukrainian attack and bomber aircraft, supported by fighter jets, are carrying out airstrikes against enemy positions. About 10 armored combat vehicles were eliminated, a number of ammunition depots were destroyed, and the enemy's personnel were killed. Our artillery is also successfully continuing its combat work.
The Ukrainian armed forces attacked the seized Snake Island. As a result, the Russian occupied garrison suffered substantial losses.
The Ukrainian armed forces hit a Panzer anti-aircraft missile system, a radio location station, and a number of vehicles. And the spirit of Zmei Bayuka says that these are not all the details. There is a huge mine danger. Mines are constantly being carried ashore, as was the case the day before near the settlement of Koblevo on the border of the Odessa and Mykolaiv regions, and one more on the coast of the Odessa region. The mines drift and can't self-liquidate.
The Russian military are threatening local residents in the temporarily occupied territories of the Zaporizhia region with the introduction of the death penalty. According to Ivan Fedorov, the mayor of Melitopol, they want to do it publicly in order to frighten the people. Reported by Marina Stepanenko, Alexander Belov, UATV News.